On this episode of Sloan's Wilderness Expeditions, we head deep into Kentucky's Red River Gorge to hike one of the most scenic hikes in the National Forest system. Come along as we take you on the Auxier Ridge Double Arch Loop. The Red River Gorge Geological Area covers 29,000 acres of the Daniel Boone National Forest, though the geologic features certainly expand well beyond its boundaries. The Auxier Ridge Double Arch Loop hike comes in at nearly 7 miles, with just over 1,000-foot elevation gain. It follows ridge tops of exposed sandstone before dropping down to Auxier Branch Creek, then takes a spur trail up to Double Arch, before completing the gauntlet back to the trailhead. We will be attempting to find another arch along the way, the Arch of Triumph, to add a little something extra to our hike. The Auxier Ridge Trail out to Courthouse Rock is probably the most popular hike here in Red River Gorge, if not in all of Kentucky. But not only that, when you do the full loop over to Double Arch and around, it has been listed in Backpacker magazine as one of the 50 best hikes in America. So this is popular for a reason. It's a great hike. We've done it, Auxier Ridge out to Courthouse Rock, probably 5 times. But to actually go out to Double Arch, I think we've only been out there twice. Backpacker magazine has this hike ranked as one of the 50 best views in all 50 states, and includes it as one of the top 10 most beautiful hikes in U.S. national forests. We're getting pretty close to some of the famous rock formations out here on Auxier Ridge. Just so much to see out here. Such a beautiful area. Okay then, if you look beyond our rocks formation here, in fact that end rock right there is Haystack Rock. We'll get a better look at it here in a minute. But if you look beyond that, beyond Haystack Rock, right there on the ridge, you'll see Double Arch. Some of the coolest views right here in the gorge. Got Haystack Rock right below us. Got Double Arch and that whole ridge over there. Down there you can see the Star Gap Road way out in the distance. And then the iconic view of Auxier Ridge with the Courthouse Rock in the distance. Amazing views here. Here we got a great view of Ravens Rock, which is what we climbed yesterday. So this ledge here on the ridge is probably one of, if not the best places to watch a sunset in the gorge. At least I thought so. We won't be here for it here this time, but I know there's a lot of people will hike out here just for that purpose. You got this great view out here. The sun will be setting there. You got the double arch and that whole ridge over there. This is way more beautiful too in the summertime when everything is green and lush, no doubt about it. But at this time of the year, you can see a lot more of the rock formations. So yeah, it's all different seasons offer different things. There's a lot of little campsites, fire rings up here on top of this ridge, the main area of it, that would be illegal technically to camp on. But I do know there's a lot of people that will come up here and have campfires just to watch the sunset before they leave. Because in the National Forest, you have to be something like, I don't know, 300 feet or something off of a main trail to legally camp. I mention that because this little side trail here leads to the very first spot that we ever backpacked to here in the gorge. It's right down this hill. We're going to revisit it real fast just for nostalgia reasons. It was about 10 years ago, I want to say. Hayden was like, I think he was only like 9 at the time. He might have been 10. But right here, this is the spot. I can't say for sure if this is 300 feet off of the main trail, but it's a good spot if that's what you're looking for. And had an amazing view out there of Ravens Rock, so we've always had kind of an affinity for Ravens Rock. Bring back any memories, Caden?
Maybe a few, but it's been so long ago.
Yeah, you were pretty young at the time. Our first experience backpacking, and it wore us out, didn't it?
It sure did.
We had a lot to learn still. Next up is Wizard's Backbone, probably the narrowest section of Auxier Ridge. This down here is a true rock garden. We've got Courthouse Rock dominating landscape along with all these other giant boulders and Courthouse Rock is to Kentucky as Half Dome is to California. Obviously not as big, but just as iconic. We're at the end of the Auxier Ridge, and we're going to head down towards Double Arch. When the old butt slide, put your foot on the root or on the rock, come on down. Now we got mud butt from sliding down on that rock. Yay. All right, we made it down to creek level below Auxier Ridge, below Courthouse Rock. Beautiful scenery down here. I love this creek. We're now on the spur trail that leads out to Double Arch. Got the main ridge line right up here. In fact, we should be seeing the arch from way below any time now. There she is, Double Arch. We still have to go behind the ridge line and work our way up to it. There we go. Take care of main arch here. And up above, inside that is another arch. Look at that view, bud. It's almost like looking out into another world, isn't it?
Maybe.
It feels like you're in a portal. Now that is super cool.
It is cool.
Amazing views out there, buddy.
For sure.
It's like an hour ago we were over on that ridge.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. I think we're going to need a break now, though, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about lunchtime. You got to step up on the route, get yourself up on there, and head up. All right, we made it. Now on top of the ridge above Double Arch. Whew. Takes a little effort. That first step is a doozy coming up. That's tough. Beautiful. Getting somewhere. This is actually our third time of being up here, Caden. First time you were only like maybe 11 years old. I don't expect you to remember that.
No.
Your mom was even with us on that one. So yeah, we're no stranger to this, but it's not like it's getting easier with age either. But it's so awesome. We're in the windy area now, but I'll tell you what, I can use the breeze. Worked up a little bit of a sweat, huh?
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Break time. All right, time to head back down. Going down this stuff is always more sketchy than coming up. Caden get down some roots here. We made it down safely so far. Now we get one more look at this amazing arch and the view it gives. Very cool feature. It's rare to have this to yourself at all. We had to wait a little bit there at the beginning, but after our little break up on top, hey, we got some time now. A little ledge here behind the arch. We've actually gone through the arch now. There's a tiny little rock shelter back here. I don't think I've ever come back to this. So, looks like definitely had some North American knuckleheads back here though. Oh well, it is what it is. At least they didn't do it inside the actual arch. So I've climbed up just a little bit. I'm trying to get a view of that second arch above so you can see it here. Yep, very narrow. But somebody braver than me could probably slither in there. But I see no reason to. We're off of the spur trail now, heading back on this side, but it seems like there's not been any kind of trail crews on this section yet. And there's a lot of downed trees and damage over here. Whew, these uphills really get you, don't they?
Yeah, especially after 3 days of climbing uphill.
Yeah, you'd think after 3 days we'd be getting used to it.
Yeah, but these muscles need to take time to heal all the micro tears they accumulate and to grow enough mitochondria to synthesize the ATP needed for the energy intake.
Wow, that was a mouthful. It's good to know. So we made it back to the top of the ridge, and pretty much here back to the trailhead is all a gravel forest road. There's also some cool features out here. There's a trail up ahead that heads off in that direction, and it'll take you to like Star Gap Arch, Jailhouse Rock, among other things. There's one more alleged arch off of this loop we're doing that I've never been to. We're going to try to find that. All right. So while downloading my All Trails maps for doing a lot of our hikes out here, I just happened to notice something I'd not noticed before, a little spur trail here out to the Arch of Triumph. I don't recall that being on there before. Right here is that little spur trail, so we're going to go see if it's something we can actually reach or not. Now, since it's kind of an unofficial trail, it's possible that it'll have a lot of blowdowns on there. I'm not even sure if this arch is accessible or if you got to climb down to it or something, but we're going to go find out. Definitely some nice camping areas back here. Might be. This looks like an arch top, doesn't it?
Go down that way, I guess.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'm going to investigate. First, I'm going to go out as far as I can out here just to see. All right, so I think the main viewpoint is on the other side, but I can't find a way down over there. So we're going on the back side here, see if we can't find a way through. Looks like it's way more narrow on this side. Yeah, way narrow. It's an arch, all right. It is a very skinny arch, but it is an arch. The Arch of Triumph, and the triumph I feel is just the fact that we found it. All right, let's see if I can crawl through this thing or not. Narrow, narrow. There's a slight ledge over here. Oh yeah, boot scooting. Or should I say butt scooting. All right, I'm through to the other side. There's kind of the view out from it. And the arch, very narrow arch. Caden's legs through there. Well, there you go. Arch of Triumph. It's a small one, but it's another one here in the Auxier Ridge region. It's a nice little thing to try to find just because you can. All right, time to try to slither back through here. Down on my knees.
You know, that's what she said.
Ow. Yeah.
She said that too, but at a different time.
Well, that's it. That is our whole loop here. Auxier Ridge, Double Arch, and even the Arch of Triumph. Awesome hike. Just over. We just hit 7 miles. So it's a great day hike. Any thoughts, Caden?
Those are some awesome views we saw, especially on the top of Auxier Ridge and Double Arch.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite views out here. What do you
It's like
think?
seeing the whole gorge.
Right. Yeah. You can get so many views. There's so many great places out here. It's hard to pick what's the best, but they're all great, so you can't go wrong, can you?
You can't.
All right. Well, we have more adventures to go on. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow along for all of our adventures. Till next time, peace out.